So you guys already read the title. I'm going to be talking about school today. And originally I was going to make a video about talking about Utah, except I did make that video. I made a video talking about Utah, and then I went to end the recording and I realized I hadn't been recording at all, and I was very sad, and now I'm never making a video about it. Screw you guys. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm going to talk about school today instead, because I am not in the mood to talk about Utah anymore. I don't think I ever was. There's not much to say about it. There's literally nothing here. So we're going to talk about school. So the first thing that I want to talk about to, kind of overlay all of my other things I'm going to talk about, and I'll probably talk about school later, and I'll have to mention this again, or I just won't mention it again, and I'll get questions, and you know what, it'll be fine. But I go to a private school, and before you ask, I'm not rich. I am really not. I'm like middle class, and I think I go between lower and higher middle class. Like I don't usually, it kind of wavers. I don't stay in one place. But I did go to private school, and there's a couple differences between private and public, obviously. Private costs a ton of money, and public school isn't free, but it is you don't have to pay any extra money. It's not free, but it just comes out of your tax money. So it's like it's kind of free, but not really. But there are a couple other things about private school that are different than public school, obviously. Like, we have a uniform and you guys don't. Our uniform, I can't show you a picture because that would expose which school I go to, but if you guys were to imagine our uniform, it would basically be, think of the Yandere Simulator outfit, except Americanize it and Catholicize it, because I go to a Catholic school. So basically, imagine whatever you're imagining. It's white and green, but like really dark green. It's a really weird combination of colors. Anyway, I hate the school uniform, but I've been wearing it for so long that I honestly I don't care anymore. I'm just so lost in this. I can't. I'm so used to it. Like I'll go through summer, and it won't be a big deal because I don't go outside. But sometimes I'll want to go outside and I'll be like, I don't have any clothes because all I wear is my school uniform. And I could complain about, oh, it doesn't teach kids how to like be presentable. No, I don't see why kids need to learn that. That doesn't make any sense. Just wear whatever you want to wear. Be comfortable. Like, I don't care. I don't give a crap. If you want to look nice, look nice. Go with what looks nice. It's not that hard. You can go look up a YouTube tutorial on how to look nice. But the thing is, I have really long hair, and it's kind of hard to take care of. And what would happen, basically, when it started getting longer, it would start getting caught on things, like have you guys ever, like, had those weird chairs at your school, where, like, they have, like, the screws or whatever in the back, and then your hair, if you're a girl, or you have long hair at all, you'll understand this, your hair would get caught in the little nails in the back, and then you would cry and jump off a bridge. See, I was trying to stop things like that from happening, and for a while I just had my hair swooped around to one side, which solved a bit of the problems, but not all of them. And then I was like, why don't I just put, like, in a braid? But I know that braids hurt my hair. They hurt my head. Your hair doesn't, okay, I'm very intelligent. Your hair doesn't have nerves in it, but it hurts my head. It pulls on the hairs, and it causes my head stress. But then I was like, I can just do it without the hair tie at the top, and just do like a loose braid, and it won't hurt my hair. So that won't hurt my head. It won't hurt my head. So that's what I did. I just did, what the heck do you call them? Because they're not French braids. It's not a French braid. I'm not good enough like that. Braids are actually really hard to do. I'm getting off track. I'll talk about braids in a different video. So basically, when I was trying to figure out how to get my hair to stop getting caught on things, I was like, I'll do it in a braid, and then I'll wrap it, I'll put it in, like, I don't want to call it a sock, because okay, it was a sock. I put my hair in a sock. We don't talk. This is so weird. Okay, basically, I wanted to put my hair, like, around my neck, but also, I didn't know how I was going to do that without it looking stupid, so I decided I would just make it look like a scarf. And it worked for a while, and then on like the third day that I had my hair like that, the principal walked into the room and said I couldn't have my hair like that. And I talked to her later and I was like, why can't I have my hair like that? And it wasn't anything about, oh, you're gonna choke yourself, oh, it's got bad symbolism. No, it was because it was a scarf. What? That was not a scarf. Go into the dictionary and define a scarf. A scarf is a length or square of fabric worn around the neck or head. If I got rid of the fabric, I even asked, can I just get rid of the fabric? And she was like, no, it's going to be a scarf either way. And I'm like, what? Huh? But a scarf has to be fabric. It says it in the definition. You guys are always by the book. Why? Then what the heck? I guess they like their book better than Google's book. But like, what? Huh? All I wanted was my hair not to get caught on things. So I figured out how to, like, I braided my hair and then I would wrap it around my head, but I would do it the dumb way. Because most people who do, like, the braid crown braid it, like, into they braid the hair on top of their head. No, I would braid my hair down and then I would use hair clips to attach it to the top, which if you have long hair, you'll know is way less efficient and much more likely to fall and, cause, like, tangles and stuff, and it's just not nice. But that's what I did because I didn't know what else to do because I couldn't leave my hair down because it would get caught on things. But eventually I just went, I'll just leave my hair down because putting this thing up in the morning is too hard for me to do. Because for like 5 or 6 years before that, I would just put my hair down. Like, I didn't care. All of this stuff about girls spending, like, 30 minutes in the bathroom doing their hair, like, 45 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours in the bathroom doing their hair, that didn't apply to me because I didn't do my hair. I brushed it and then I flipped it to one side. That's what I did for the longest time. And the only reason I stopped was because it started getting caught on things. And see, you can just say, well, why didn't you cut your hair, Kathy? Come on, Kathy, cut your hair. No. My hair is the only thing, it's the only thing I've ever achieved in my life. If I cut my hair, I will just die. I will collapse, and I will be out of achievements. And I'll have nothing to be happy about. But it's fine. Because I'm keeping my hair. I'm not cutting it off. So yeah, now I wear it down the back. But, yeah, that was a thing about private school. They didn't let me do my hair like that. I don't know if they'd let me do it in public school that way. Probably for a different reason other than it's a scarf. But, yeah, they didn't let me do that. Yeah, so something that going to private school means is, it's a private Catholic school, and so we actually have a religion class. I get a grade for learning about Catholicism and other religions. Not just Catholicism, but mainly Catholicism because it's a Catholic school. I get an actual grade for that. It was so funny for me whenever I would be watching, like, meme compilations and I would hear Quackity pray in Spanish. And it would be so weird for me to hear because I have a Spanish class, a mandatory Spanish class in my school, and since it's also a Catholic school, we do Spanish prayer at the beginning of every single class. We do any kind of prayer at the beginning of every single class, but in Spanish we would do it in Spanish because that makes sense. And I have the whole prayer memorized. I could actually pray in Spanish with Quackity if I wanted to. I don't know if I can match his speed since I don't actually know the language. But yeah, I have it like the sounds memorized and I can go through it, but I don't know what words I'm saying. I mean, I could probably figure it out. Like, cuz I know the prayers in English as well because as I said we pray at the beginning of every class. And sometimes we have, like, tests on prayers to make sure we still remember them. Something else related to religion that we did in private school is there were times, like, in public school you're allowed to say things like, oh my god, Jesus Christ. You're not allowed to, like, spam the F word, but you are allowed to say, like, oh my god, and Jesus Christ, and like, oh god, what other Christian, what other Christian swears? Is that an oxymoron? But yeah, like, things like that. And the teachers are, like, they're so inconsistent about it because sometimes because I'm not Catholic, I'm agnostic. I'll be sitting there and, something will happen and I'll go, oh my god, and they'll be fine. And I'll do it, like, 99% of the time. And then that 1% of the time, they'll go, Kathy, don't say that. That's not, it hurts God, and I'll sit there like, it hurts who now? Some something weird I always saw in school was that people would stress about tests. And it was so weird for me to, like, to see. Because I don't know if I have an emotional issue. I might have an emotional issue. But people would stress about tests, and like there's this one time where this girl asked me, like, how'd you feel about the math test? Were you stressed about it? And I went, no, but also I don't get stressed about tests. And she looked at me like I was the spawn of Satan. She looked at me like I was the Antichrist. Like, what do you mean you don't get stressed out by tests? And I'm like, I don't know, I just don't. And it's mostly because the only reason I've ever failed a class is because I didn't do the work. I've never, like, not understood the material. I mean, there are some things, like, I don't get, but it's never been big enough that I would, like, actually lose significant points in the class because of that. Because, like, I don't ace every single test. But I know enough that I get 90s. I get, like, 95s on most of my tests. Yeah, last semester I had a 3.25 GPA, so I'd say it's going up pretty significantly this time. But, like, it's still not a 4.0. And that's the standard I set for myself, by the way. Like, my parents, they don't, like, come out with, like, the belt whenever I get a grade below, like, a B or anything. I've heard kids like that, and I'm like, what? That's, like, not even physically possible. How do you get above a B in every single class? This is dumb. Yeah, like, I don't get actual punishments. I am spoiled. I will say that. But I feel like I was spoiled well. Which sounds like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But I don't think it's impacted me negatively. And it has in a couple areas, but not like the usual areas that spoiling impacts a child. Like, I would like to think that I'm not a brat. Like, I don't go around like I make jokes about it a lot. When people tell me no, I go, sorry, I've never heard that word before. But I actually do hear that word. I don't get completely spoiled. Like, there are times when I get told no because it's not a reasonable thing. Like, I don't ask for very much. The things I do ask for, sure. I asked for, like, a gaming PC. And that sounds, like, really bad. But also, I don't, like, randomly go, hey, can you get me this can you get me this $200 pair of headphones? No, my headphones were, like, $80. And I bought them, like, a couple of years ago, and I haven't asked for new ones. Like, I don't need new ones. Like, when I lean over, like, if I headbang a little bit, like I do when I listen to Eminem, I'll notice that, like, one of my headset pieces is, like, it pops in and out of place. And I think it's really funny, because these are wired headphones. And so, like, things popping in and out of place isn't that big of a deal, because I know what it is. It's, like, the little thing that attaches the actual headphone to, like, the strap that goes above your head. And that's not a problem. I can fix that. I can fix that with duct tape if I want to, but I don't need to. And, yeah, it's kind of broken, like, but I'm not gonna ask for a new headset because of that, because, like, what do you think I am? Like, actually, I'm not rich. I may be spoiled, but I'm not rich, and I'm not costing my family a ton of money. Like, I don't ask for things very often, even though when I do ask for things, it's like, I asked for a gaming PC, but we didn't go out to the store and buy one. That's not what happened. We didn't buy one on Amazon or something. I had my brother build me one, and it's like, I don't know. Yeah, anyway, guys, recently I noticed that YouTube Shorts is absolutely rigged, and it gives so many subscribers and views, so maybe, I don't know, maybe I should try it, maybe I should give it a shot, but I'm not gonna make a huge deal about it. I'm not too interested in the YouTube Shorts community, because it's pretty toxic, I'll be honest. But yeah, anyway, I'll give it a shot. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, subscribe, I guess, or something like that. Anyway, bye!